everybody, welcome. We are headed into another awesome night at Halloween Horror Nights 2022 for a fun night of snacks and food and haunted houses. I cannot wait. It is going to be a blast. That's really strange. I don't know, there was a bunch of like pearls or something rolling on the moving walkway. So anyway, I cannot wait. It's going to be a fun night. Stay tuned. We are headed in. You can see City Walk behind us, and of course, another rainy night. I don't know what it is. We are getting the rain in the evening hours every night for some reason. I don't know. Apparently, the rainy season came late for Florida, and we are in the middle of it. But for some reason, it's at nighttime. I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited to head in. It stopped raining for the moment, so maybe it won't come back, but it's supposed to. We'll see. Now we are heading in. It's not actually open yet. So I think we're going to kind of actually, not planned, but I feel like we're going to get there right at opening, which means there's going to be a ton of people standing there waiting to get in. So maybe we should like mosey our way there. Let's get our cup reactivated at this booth right here. Because once we get in, we can't ever seem to get our cup reactivated. So let's see if that works. Score! Yeah! All right, we got that. Stopped at that little refreshment port thing there. The little refreshment thing in the beginning of City Walk.
He said refreshment port like we're at Epcot.
Yeah, no, I was saying Epcot stuff, but and there was, by the way, there was a long line. I was like, I don't know about this, but a supervisor came over and was like, you guys need to open up a second cash register. So they immediately opened up a second cash register. It went really quickly. We were in and out of there in like 5 minutes. Finally got it activated, got a refill. Now we don't have to worry about it. We've got it activated, so we can just get it refilled the whole time we're in the park now, which I'm pumped about, because that literally has been a huge problem for us. We will end up not even getting it activated till like 2 or 3 hours in to the park. So, yes. Well, we definitely got here earlier than I was expecting. There really wasn't any traffic getting here. So that means, unfortunately, we're going to have to stand here and wait for it to open. I was kind of hoping it would already be open when we got here. Since, we've already done the opening ceremony, opening night stuff, so I don't really want to stand there and wait for it to open, but looks like that's what we're doing. And we are in. It has officially begun. The rain has actually held off. I'm excited. It was supposed to be raining right now, but it hasn't happened. So let's enjoy it while we can. Yeah. Well, first things first, we've been wanting to do Dead Man's Pier Winter's Wake, and it's already a 35-minute wait. And I said I didn't really want to wait more than 25, 30 minutes. But I don't know, we've been kind of wanting to do this one, so let's give it a go. I have a feeling it's probably more like 45-minute wait now, because those wait times are a little lagged behind. So we'll see how long this ends up being. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, so I really wanted to give it a go. Believe it or not, for me, one of the coolest things about Halloween Horror Nights is getting to go to all the behind-the-scenes areas, all the backstage areas that you don't normally get to see. That was the same thing with like when we did the Mardi Gras parade thing. It was cool because we had to go behind the scenes. So if you look right there, that's the track that the Hogwarts Express travels on between the two parks. And we should be able to see it. No, I don't think it goes back and forth right now. Maybe it does. But yeah, it's really cool to kind of get to see the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's one of my favorite parts about coming here. Look, there's a sign right there. It says, no parking after 4:15 due to Halloween Horror Nights. Because this parking lot right here, back here, turns into a queue. Now, some of these lines are so long that they have cool little like drink stations where you can get a drink in the queue. because you're going to be in this line a while. And man, look at this. Check this out. Yeah, we're going to be in here for a while. That's what I kind of figured. I knew that was going to be the case. But look at the behind the scenes. You can see right back there, you see Velocicoaster peeking over that building right there. I think that's the backside of the Poseidon show. So I'm probably ruining the magic for a lot of people right now, but I just like seeing the actual train. I don't think we'll actually get to see it go by because I think it closes during Halloween Horror Nights, so you don't actually get to see it travel on that little track right there. But look how short the track is. Like, it literally just goes from right there over just a little bit past that building right there. I mean, you're not really, it doesn't go very far. It just goes really, really slow. We're almost to the entrance to Dead Man's Pier. I think that's the entrance for Fiesta de Chupacabras. And this is our entrance. And as with all the original haunted houses that are not individual intellectual properties like IPs like Halloween and such, there's no fancy sign out front of the doorway. It's just a little tiny door, stage 24. But that's with all of them. Only the IPs really usually get the big giant sign in front of it, so it's a little underwhelming when you get to the entrance, but then once you go in, it's really cool. Okay, just got out of Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. What'd you think?
Wow.
Wow.
The haunted house is amazing.
It is
I wouldn't say
awesome.
I got scared,
No.
but man, it's amazing.
No, I wasn't scared at all.
No.
I do love this, but like, it's just really hard for me to get scared when I'm in a continuously moving line of people. There's no breaks, there's no suspense, there's no tease. It's not like I'm like tepidly kind of going through sections all by myself. I'm literally just in a giant line of people just kind of like walking, you know, like, what's up, how's it going? So it's really hard for me to get scared in those situations. Yeah. But I cannot believe, I feel like they spent $1 million on the inside of that place. It was so detailed. There was like a whole boat in there.
It was amazing.
It's the most detailed haunted house I've ever been to in my entire life, by far. It was like everything it was like I was walking through actual buildings. The whole thing was like structures, like a fisherman's wharf. There you go. It was like walking into like an old fisherman's wharf. And like a broken barn, like, you know, that's, what's it called? A wharf, I guess. I don't know.
Misty and rainy.
Yeah, it was raining at one point. It was cold in there.
Yeah. You felt like you were like out, I don't know, just felt.
The effects were amazing.
Yeah.
I have to say, I have to give it to them. But it wasn't scary.
No.
But I felt like it was like a movie set. It was so detailed. The costumes were great. The sound effects were great. You can definitely see why people have been talking a lot about that particular haunted house. It was not just a bunch of bed sheets hanging from a ceiling. It wasn't just a bunch of prison fencing. I can't even. Like, my mind is blown by how cool that was.
I want to walk through it again. I just don't want to wait again. We didn't wait that long though.
There was even some leveling going on. There was no stairs, but there was kind of like you went up some ramps and stuff, and it made you feel like you were going up on different levels. There were things above you, things below you, things to the side of you. It was unbelievable. It was for scare, not so good. For just amazing theme and the amount of money they put into that and just being in awe, 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10, by far.
At the Sweet Revenge Scare Zone, there's a pretty cool picture opportunity right here. Check it out. So it's a really good picture opportunity. I like it. Yeah, it's like a candy shop, but it's got really gross looking candy. Candy at the candy shop. Yeah, that's right. This is cool though. The Universal Monsters Legends Collide haunted house continues to not have a long wait. I don't know why. Thank you. I don't know why. We'll find out. I don't know why it's never got a wait. But you saw, like, we just went past the weekend and it was a 35-minute wait. So Universal Monsters continues to have no wait. So it's a good one to go through if you don't want to wait very long. I wish the ET ride was open during Halloween Horror Nights, I'm not gonna lie. It's like the one ride that I wish was actually open, and it's not open. We have arrived, we're about to go in. Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That's kind of cool. They didn't have that the last time we were here. They didn't have that projection. They only had this signage right here. I think this is a cool sign. Over there is the Weekend, way over there. We already did that haunted house in a previous video, so I'll link to it below. Just check it out if you're interested. But I'm ready to go into this one. Again, I think it's kind of a cool projection. Oh, now it's like a pirate ship or something. Okay, I have thoughts. For me, that was about as cool and as scary as the queue for the Mummy ride. So, in other words, if you want to save yourself 30 minutes of waiting time, just hop on the Mummy ride.
Yeah, right.
So, in other words, if you want to save yourself about a 30-minute wait, just go get in line for the Mummy and ride that. I don't know why the whole thing was themed after ancient Egypt.
It wasn't what I thought at all.
Not at all. Because there's Dracula, Wolfman. I thought like the Swamp Thing might be in there. Bride of Frankenstein. All I saw was mummies and Dracula.
The whole first part of the haunted house, there was like no monsters. I was like, what's happening? Nobody showed up for work today. And then they put the ones they had at the end. That's definitely what they did. But I never did see the werewolf. I think I saw his arm go back in.
Wolfman was there.
I even slowed down to see if he would jump back out, and he didn't.
We didn't get him. I saw him like coming out at the end, but he didn't come out for us. So like, there was a projection of the Wolfman up on the wall right before the end. We never got to see him. So for me, it was a bunch of mummies in like an ancient Egyptian style haunted house, and Dracula randomly in there, which so Universal Monsters Collide, it really felt more like it was the Mummy and then they just chucked Dracula into it. It was kind of weak.
Work, I'm telling you.
It's kind of weak.
The whole first part of the haunted house didn't show up.
Not out of all the haunted houses we've done so far, I think that's the worst one so far.
Yeah,
for
and
me.
For some reason I kept in my mind comparing it to on the line in. I was like, this might be like Icons last year. I thought Icons was awesome last year. No, not at all.
No.
Not good. Not good, especially after following Dead Man's Pier.
Yeah. No. All right, our first snacks, or should I say foods of the night. I'm starving too. We haven't had anything since lunchtime. It's been many, many hours, and I'm starving. We're here in the Simpsons area because it's the only light in the entire park. So we're hanging out, and it's very comfortable, and it's nice and air conditioning. And it's a little loud with Homer yelling in my ear once in a while, but I love Homer, so I'm cool. But we stopped at the Eats and Treats booth, which is right over there by the SpongeBob building, kind of over by the Monsters Legends Collide and the Weekend. Because I've had a couple of items I've seen people walking by with, and every time I'm like, what is that? Is that a potato? Like, what is that? But we got it today, and I'm excited. So let's take a look. Oh man, look at that. This is the garlic Philly cheese steak. And steak is spelled S-T-A-K-E in quotation marks. So you can see it's kind of like a stake through the heart kind of thing, you know, like a little wooden stake for Dracula or vampires. It looks pretty good. And it's on this like weird black bun. So every time I see this, like you can imagine, like every time people are walking by and you just saw this zoom kind of going by, I'm like, is that a potato? Like, because I want that potato. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that? But I figured out it's this black bun Philly cheesesteak. Let's talk about what's in the Philly cheesesteak. It's tender shaved beef, served on a black hoagie slider roll with caramelized onions, peppers, sauteed mushrooms. It's getting better. Munster cheese, and roasted garlic aioli with curly fries.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I knew the last one. I knew the last one was going to get you the aioli.
I had a feeling it was aioli, and I wasn't getting very much of this.
Yeah, the aioli, but you never know. It might be good. Maybe it's like just the cheese sauce and the aioli you won't even notice because it's garlic. And this was $10.99, which is a lot. But it's a whole meal. It's an entire like hoagie and fries. So for me, I don't think it's that bad. We'll figure it out when we take a bite if it's bad or not. It doesn't have like a ton of meat in it, so it's kind of light actually. Here, feel out like.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be much heavier. Yeah, it feels just like a bun with like maybe a sliver of meat in here, so we'll find out.
It feels like a bun with some mustard on it.
I'm going to give it a rip.
What do you think? He gets Phillies all the time.
I like it, actually. It's kind of good. I kind of dig it. I don't taste the aioli at all, though. It tastes like a cheese sauce. Yeah, no, I don't taste garlic aioli. Yeah, I don't even see a garlic aioli. I see like a cheese. I feel like it's a cheese sauce. The Munster cheese. So one of two things is happening. Either there's no cheese or there's no aioli. There is not both.
There's no garlic, so I feel like there's no aioli. But I could.
I feel like it's just the Munster cheese.
And the cheese doesn't have that much flavor.
Yeah, but it's decent. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a lot of bun, though. There's a lot of bun. And not a lot of stuff on the inside. But overall, I think it's pretty decent. It's not the best Philly cheesesteak I've ever had. Let's try the curly fry. I mean, you know, curly fry.
I like curly fries with hot sauce on it.
Overall, I don't know.
It is not worth the money.
It's alright. Yeah. I mean, I don't really love it. Yeah.
I tried to look scary today with black lipstick, which is actually eyeshadow. I don't think it worked because I don't think I look scary at all.
I don't think you can look scary.
What about when I'm mad at you?
Not even then.
Not even that.
Let's move on to the dessert. Yum. We got
Ta-da!
the Mummy's Curse tablet cookie.
I feel like it was a different color than the picture.
It's supposed to be a sugar cookie with gold dust.
Oh.
There's like literally like, I don't know if you can see it in there. There's like a small little piece of like gold dust right there, but like nowhere else. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little bit there. And the lines and the glyphs and everything, they don't really stand out. Actually, they're standing out better on the video than they do in real life.
Yeah, true story.
Because I look at it and I can barely see it, but on the camera I can see it pretty good.
Yeah.
But
There's a shadow.
they really, they went light on the gold dust. If I look at the picture,
The cookie doesn't even look appetizing, but it might be.
I mean, that's the picture there. Can you see that at all? I don't know. It's coming through. That's what it's supposed to look like. You see how much gold dust is on there? Like, it looks gold.
Yeah, when she handed that to me, I was like, are you sure that's the right thing?
This is yellow. It's a yellow sugar cookie. There's like no gold dust on it at all. So, but let's try it. It was only $3.79, so I'm gonna give it a go.
That's a lot for off cookie. That doesn't have the stuff on it.
It's the worst cookie I've ever eaten.
I hate it. I knew I was gonna hate it, but she didn't. I hate it even more. I was like, true.
It's
I knew I
dusty.
wasn't gonna like it.
Why- It should at least, if it was
What's it
crispy.
taste like?
Why is it not crunchy?
No, it's weird.
I think it's gonna bend if I do this. Watch this. Look, it's bending.
It's cooked all the way.
It's like dough, and it's like no flavor, no sugar. I mean, like barely any sugar at all. It just
I'm
tastes
gonna
like
eat part of that the gold dust part.
flavorless
It has
dough.
no flavor. The gold dust has no flavor.
It's like if you were trying to make a sugar cookie and you forgot the sugar, and then you cooked it for like 30 seconds. That's probably what you end up with here. I'm not even taking a second bite. Okay, so that was disappointing. So honestly, both of the things from that booth were kind of weak. I mean, this was gold dusty.
Oh, I know what you're doing. That's not funny at all. You stop that.
What?
Come on, hey, yeah, real funny. Stop it.
And the other thing was just mediocre.
Why didn't you just laugh at that? That was even funny.
'Cause I said dusty, but it was like gold. I said gold dusty. If you have to explain your jokes, folks, they're not funny. They're not funny. So, moving on. Yeah, and the Philly cheesesteak was just okay, but the curly fries are better. We honestly should have just come in here and ate a crusty burger and fries. It would have been better.
I felt that, but I wasn't going to say it.
Oh well.
There is another power waiting to take root. From this spell, its dominion shall grow. Fear, the the door. Blood is gathered. Screams carry on the night wind. Souls are taken. Bows to bind. The portal is open. I can feel the presence breaking through. Ah, yes. I knew there was a missing element. Loyal minions, aid this wicked spell, for we must gather more power and spread its grasping vines. Every year, on this night, we shall cast this spell and bind it tight. Gather more followers and spread All Hallows Eve.
Just look how cool this area looks right here. This is over by the Sweet Revenge. Man, it looks really cool. Look at this tall pumpkin guy right here. He's going after him. What an awesome night at Halloween Horror Nights. Again, just an amazing blast. I love it here. It's so much fun. I cannot say enough good things about Dead Man's Pier. That was the coolest haunted house I think I've ever been in my life. It might be the best haunted house that's ever been made. At least theme-wise, not scare-wise, but like it was just amazing.
It really was.
Food was okay, had a lot of fun though. Scare zones, haunted houses, snacks. What more can you ask for? Halloween Horror Nights, another night in the book. Thanks again for joining us. Be sure to check out our other content. We've done other Halloween Horror Nights videos. Check them out. I link to them below in the description. Subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share. Definitely comment. Tell us what you think. Until we see you again tomorrow, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.